Good afternoon, Sir Christian D. Garcia and classmates. I am J. Alfredi Batoon. This topic is all about nationalism and patriotism. The nationalism and patriotism. There are values distinct among Filipinos in the same way as there are values distinct in other cultures. The Greeks value hospitality. The Romans value the musmerium, which refers to the time-honored principles, behavior, models, and social practices that affect private, political, and military life. Confucian, way Buddhist doctrines of the middle way value understanding of practical life and avoid self-denial and self-indulgence. It is an equivalent to the Filipino translation or walang labis, walang kulang, or katamtaman lamang. Filipino values. First, Filipino values like those of other cultures are distinct and significant. For example, Greeks emphasize hospitality while Romans uphold the musmerium, which encompasses traditional value guiding various aspects of life. Similarly, Confucian and Buddhist teachings on the middle way advocate for a balanced approach to life, paralleling the Filipino concept of walang labis, walang kulang, which means moderation. Second, the Filipino value system, deeply rooted in history, emphasizes religiosity and family-centeredness. This system can be compared to other culture where Chinese prioritize honest and hard work, Japanese value politeness and beauty, and Americans focus on punctuality and efficiency. 3. Have diverse meanings and motivations behind their values shaped by cultural, socioeconomic, political, moral, and religious context. Their traditional values system is characterized by nationalism and includes principles such as self-reliance, pagsasarili, unity, pagkakaisa, cooperation, pakikisama, interpersonal respect, pagkipagpura, tao, and heroism, pagkabayani. Number 4. Filipino have evolved over time, particularly in concept of justice, equality, and human dignity, reflecting different historical periods. The rationale of the Philippine democracy signifies a transformation of these values, aiming to create a more human society and reform values for national reconstruction.
Good citizenship values. What is good citizenship values? Good citizenship values was outlined in the 1987 Constitution, promote the common good and concern for the Filipino family and future generations, requiring individuals to conduct themselves according to their rights, duties, and privileges. Love for God or pagmakadiyos the Philippines, a predominantly Christian country in Southeast Asia, values religiousness through faith in God, respect for life, order, work, and concern for family and future generations. Roman Catholicism and Islam are the most common religions, reflecting the country's strong religious values. Deep faith is characterized by submission to the divine Creator and belief in the authority of the Father over his dominations. Jesus instructed believers to have faith in God, believing that those who say to a mountain, "Be lifted and thrown into the sea," and do not doubt will be blessed. Second,
Love for fellow men or pagmakatao. St. Paul's definition of love is patient, eternal, and rooted in faith, hope, and love. Love strengthens family and social groups, providing a deeper meaning to human existence. It can be expressed through love, freedom, peace, truth, and justice, as outlined in the Philippines Constitution 1987. Third, love for country or pagkamakabayan. Memorandum progressive countries can attain their economic goals because people have trust and confidence in their governments and are actively supporting trust, confidence. The government must receive with honest, sound, and dynamic governance. JED number 26, 2005. Love for country can express through unity, equality, respect to the law and government, patriotism, and the promotion of the common good. Philippine Constitution 1987. Fourth, love for the environment or pagkamakakalikasan. Taking care of the environment involves the protection of land, sea, air, plants, and animals, as well as protection against man-made hazard and natural calamities. The love for the environment can be expressed by love natural efficient and sustainable clean and green activities. There is a need for the human person to show respect for the integrity of creation. Using for the human resources properly and prudently shows one's love for the environment.
Roots of the Filipino character.
Number 1, the home environment. Parents must be able to provide the basic needs and rights of a child such as food, shelter, quality education, supportive and safe space, and opportunities among others that would strengthen the child's emotional and mental capabilities, thus helping her to grow into an independent and capable member of the society. Ang atong parents sila ang nagaprovide sa tuwag mga basic needs, for example food, clothing, shelter, kanatong gipuy-an. Ang parents dapat nilang ma-maintain ang pagdisiplin sa ilang mga anak, and parents should be mindful of their words and action that can cause child's criticism.
In Filipino families, everyone is encouraged to get along with siblings and relatives in the authoritarian setting, age, and authority.
Number 2, the social environment of the Philippines is characterized by feudal structure or system in which a person of high rank or with more influence and power is being served by the lower class. Feudal structure na siya gaps between the rich minority and the poor majority. Mas daghan ang mga pobre kaysa sa dato. These gaps are not merely economic but cultural as well. Kini siya nga mga gaps, murag dili lamang siya sa economic, kundili sa kultura na usab nila. The Filipino is raised in an environment where one must depend on relationships with others in order to survive. Number 3, cultural and language. The action of developing a likable life is observable in the behavioral pattern of Filipino culture. Filipino cultural values are characterized as being warm and person-oriented, devoted to family, and joyful, humorous. These values are reinforced by socializing forces such as family, school, and peer groups. Aside from the above-mentioned interpersonal values, Filipinos are also characterized as being open to the outside world. and easily incorporating foreign elements without consciousness of their cultural core. Filipinos are known for friendliness. They value getting along with others and prioritize building strong relationships. 4. History. Historically speaking, the Philippines has been colonized for too long by different countries, with Spain and the United States having the long reigns, which led to the crumbling sense of nationalism among the Filipinos and developing colonial mentality instead, thinking that foreign culture is superior and more powerful. The Filipinos become second-class citizens beneath the Spanish and the Americans. In history, Philippines colonized by Spain for over 333 years, and United States was 48 years. Number 5. The educational system. The inherent problems caused by using a foreign language result in other issues for the Filipinos. Using foreign educational materials instead of local ones is problematic in a sense that the teaching the students learn from their schools are irrelevant in the Philippine settings. 6. Religion. The Filipinos' optimism and capacity to accept the hardships of life are rooted in religion. Religion also instills in us attitude of resignation and a preoccupation with the afterlife and superstition. 7. The economic environment. For the majority of Filipinos, their traits are rooted in poverty and experiences of having a difficult life. The hardships of Filipinos drive them to take risks, work hard, and develop the ability to survive. Poverty has also become an excuse for graft and corruption. 8. The political environment of the country is centralized and often in the hands of the upper class of the society, where the majority of the government officials belong. The accessibility to basic services and concentrated only in the major cities and provinces such as Manila. Political power or authority is concentrated in the hands of the elite, and the participation of the most Filipino often is limited to voting in election. 9. Mass media technology is intended for reaching a mass audience and primarily as a means of communication. The most commonly used media platform were newspapers, magazines, radios, and televisions. The tendency of media to produce movies, soap operas, comics, and etc. feed the Filipinos' passivity. 10. Leadership and role models. The Filipinos look up to the leaders, particularly those in the government, as the embodiment of how a citizen should act. This government people should display a proper behavioral. When the leaders violate the law and appear to be self-serving or driving of interest, and there is a lack of public accountability, the Filipinos are affected negatively and drastically. Role model display a positive quality, set a good example for others to follow.
Good afternoon, Sir Christian. My name is Aramim Calderon, and I'll be reporting the last topic. Nationalism and patriotism. So, what is nationalism? Nationalism is a person with a deep love, loyalty, and support for his or her country. For patriotism, a person's loyalty and affection for his own country is what is known for as patriotism. It can be seen by appreciating and honoring the national symbols, traditions, history, and culture. The philosophy of nationalism nowadays does not concern itself much with the aggressive and dangerous form of invidious nationalism that often occupies center stage in the news in this sociological research. Although this pernicious form can be of significance in that there is instrumental value in mobilizing oppressed people and giving them a sense of dignity, its moral costs are usually taken by philosophers to outweigh its benefits. James 2006. Nationalism is generally used to express two ideas, namely, number one, nationalism is the attitude of a member or a nation as well as their national identity, origin, ethnicity, and culture. Number two, it is an action taken by all the members of a nation when seeking to achieve or sustain the full statehood with a complete authority over domestic and international affairs. A personal development plan is a guide that can help a person figure out where he or she is supposed to be in 1, 5, or 10 years from now on and help him or her to get there. Wells 2013, in his book 7 Simple Steps Life Transformation Guide, states the success required an articulate goal. It is not a product or a wishful thinking purpose will set the context and get a person thinking about his or her life and what is important to him or her. When preparing a personal development plan, one may consult the following. Number 1. Your true self. Begin with some introspection to help you define your values, your patterns, and your beliefs. Number 2. Make it personal. Understand success and achievement and what they really mean to you and to others. Number 3. Know the outcome. Set your goals and how to achieve them. This section really about knowing where you are going. Number 4. Design success. Lay out your success blueprint. If the prior section covers where you're going, this is about how you will get there. Number 5. Harness the power. Be determined to make your plan a reality. To success, a plan and step in executing your plan are equally important. Number 5. Harness the power. Be determined to make your plan a reality. To success, a plan and step in executing your plan are equally important. Number 6. Accept success. Establish a mindset that will help you success in bringing your desired outcomes to fruition. Number 7. Life is circular. Look forward to the future and move beyond the completion of your plan.